The quest to solve vision-related problems is what drives Dr. David B. Elliott in his Bradford University laboratory.
I do love the research. I love the ideas part of research, you know, just chatting with people and finding out what the problems are and possibly how to solve them. Then the research design, I mean, I get excited about that.
Although he's a leader in his field, he's very approachable, he's very down to earth. You can have a laugh with him, and it's been great working here. And also the research he does has got a very practical base to it, which is great because it means that you know that something that you're doing now may well have some practical application in the future.
The main area we're researching at the moment is into falls in the elderly. Falls are a big issue. They're actually very common, much more common than you probably realise. About a third of all people over 65 fall at least once a year, and many of them fall more than that. Poor vision is one of those risk factors. It approximately doubles your chances of falling if your vision is worse than about 6/12 binocularly, something like that.
Okay, Mr. Singh, are you ready? Off you go.
We know from our earlier research that people with poor vision, when they go over steps and stairs and over obstacles, to avoid tripping, they basically lift their foot up higher. It's a very simple, easy safety strategy. The problem is that our natural tendency is to reduce that foot clearance. So, for example, when you go up a flight of stairs, you're over the first step, you might lift your foot up 2, 3, 4 centimetres high. The next step will be slightly less, slightly less, slightly less. So, and we do that to conserve energy. Now we also know that older people, particularly with poor vision, do tend to trip, and those trips occur on the first few steps or the last few steps of a set of stairs. So we were thinking, well, is there a way of making a step look taller than it actually is, so that perhaps people will lift the foot up higher? And so we asked our resident visual illusions expert, Professor Whitaker, and he suggested the horizontal-vertical illusion. And the horizontal-vertical illusion is essentially, if I draw a line here, a horizontal line, 6 inches long, and then if I draw another line, well, vertical this time, again 6 inches long, hope you can see that quite clearly the vertical line is taller, is longer than the horizontal line. So what we've done is we've added that to a step riser with a line across the top, and we've found that people do perceive it as the step looks taller, and we've also found that people will lift their foot up higher when they perceive the step looks taller. So this is, we think, has great potential as a safety mechanism to help prevent people, particularly with poor vision, to prevent them from tripping.
It was interesting in the fact that the vertical strips on the first step made me feel as if the steps were higher, while the second and third steps were of a different height.
In an ideal world, the stripes would be seen on steps and curbs in public buildings and things like that in, I don't know, 10 years' time, say?
Dave's a very valued colleague and a good friend. His contribution to optometry is quite wide through highly cited publications, his leading textbook on primary eye care, and his progressive editorship of the journal OPO.
For his enormous impact on optometric patient care and his continued excellence in vision-related quality of life, the American Optometric Foundation proudly presents this year's Glenn A. Fry Award to Dr. David B. Elliott.